everybody that although Janet and I have put on dozens of conferences, this is the most important conference we have ever put on, because this is a training session. We need our people to have the tools for action to take back America. We have a simply spectacular host committee that you may be able to see on the screen, including Christian radio leaders Dick Bott, Vic Eliason. We have Joe Farah, Rick Scarborough, Don Fetter, Matt Staver with his litigation that is so helpful to our cause, and Don Wildman and others. Now, I want to say that a lot of the people who've been going to these tea parties and to these town meetings are brand new people. You hear them say again and again, they have never been to a meeting like this before. We need to train them. You need to find them and bring them to this conference so they will be informed and do the right things in order to take back America. We're so happy to have General Boyden's tremendous message, Dr. Scarborough's tremendous message, but I want to tell you that we have gathered the people I think are the best in Congress today. And so we have at our general session speakers Representative Michelle Bachmann, who's just wonderful, Representative Steve King of Iowa, Representative Tom McClintock of California, and Representative Tom Price, who is a doctor as well as a congressman, knows all about the health care issue, and of course Janet's favorite, Mike Huckabee. But the really important part of this conference, How to Take Back America, is 24 how-to workshops. And this is to give you the talking points and the tools for effective action. And I don't know if this is going on the screen, but we will have workshops on how to stop the killings with a brand new pro-life solution you haven't heard before. We will have experts talking about how to counter the homosexual extremist movement. We will deal with the cap-and-trade issue, which is probably the largest tax increase on the middle class in history. Workshop on how to stop the entry of illegal aliens and drugs, how to stop government attacks on parents' rights, vote fraud, the census, and ACORN. And then we will have a lot of workshops on technology. We want our people to be effective in the 21st century technology, how to use the new media, how to blog, how to go on the media, how to use the internet, and how to make that part of your life. If you are doing nothing but sending email, you are not with the 21st century technology. You have to have people. So bring the young people. We will have a very important session on bringing youth into the movement. And if you have somebody in your area who would like to be a teen leader, please bring that person, because we will have a tremendous workshop in how to give them the tools they need to bring the young people into our movement. So I think, although I've put on literally hundreds of conferences, I think this is the most important one ever. Our country is in greater danger than it ever has been before. They're spending all the money and inheritance of our children and grandchildren to give government more power, which is socialism. We do not want to go the way of Europe and other countries. America is a precious heritage that God has blessed us more than any other country in the world. And we need to give you the tools for action so you can counteract the media and the other problems and difficulties that we have. And some of us have proved that we can take on the whole world and all the powers that be, and we still can win. But you have to be effective. You have to know what you're doing. And that is what you will learn at these 24 workshops on the weekend of September 25th and 6th in St. Louis. It'll be a chance for you to network with like-minded people from all over the country, when we will have inspirational talks as well as the tools for action. So please come, and we have a group rate for 5 people. If you get 4 of your friends and come, you can get a little discount on the amount of registration fee. I urge you to put aside everything else and come to St. Louis the last weekend in September.
While we open it up for questions, again, just hit that button to raise your hand. We'll let Phyllis take your questions and talk to you directly. Phyllis, one of the questions that we've gotten already typed in was what about pastors? We want to get them there. Pastor Rick Scarborough just made the very compelling case. You've got a discount rate going for pastors as well, don't you?
We do indeed, yes, and also for state legislators. They need to get the message too. But let me remind you people, and you can remind your pastor, at the time of the American Revolution, the pastors were the leaders. They would give their sermon on independence, and then they'd march out and bring their flock with them to go out and set up an independent country under a constitution that has given us freedom and prosperity. So we need the pastors to be on our team.